This is TWiT.
It made me so sad to watch the committee meeting this morning because
you're going to piss me off.
People who were intelligent in every other respect. This is what bothers me. It's almost a nonpartisan move to sunset Section 230. 230, as you, I'm sure, know if you watch our show. What is it? The 38 little words that
26 words
26
that created the internet.
Words that created the internet.
Jeff Kossoff book title, very good book. They should all read it.
Or read Mike Masnick on Tech Dirt.
Or read in general.
Or just read.
No.
The problem is it resonates with the same group of people who say, well, big tech is doing us a disservice. And they think it's about big tech. And, it's not. It's about little tech. Big tech's not going to be fazed by this. Anyway, I don't know if this particular... We've fortunately shot this down again and again, but NetChoice had a good article about it. Congress should not end the internet's sunrise with Section 230 sunset repeal. I'm not sure I quite get that headline, but NetChoice has been active in the lawsuits to protect Section 230.
Yes.
And to get rid of those
they are
horrible
related to the
social
tech
laws.
companies, but they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, it's their lobbying arm, but they are the ones who pursued the Texas and Florida anti-social media laws as well.
Right. It's an easy... I write about this in my book. It's a paradoxical thing where left and right both went after, right? One went after the sword, one went after the shield. The left said... how dare you not take down all this crap? The right said, how dare you take down our crap? The left says, the company is too big. The right says, the company is too big. And they say, hey, we agree on something. Let's get rid of 230 and be mean to technology, but also be mean, or that's a stupid way to put it, also
destroy the fabric of the internet.
Expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels bad. So do we want Section 230 or not?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought was the case.
It's wonderful.
Let's be clear.
Smart thing Congress did.
I'll read
that's kind of
a
the thing
paragraph.
that makes sense to me.
I'll read a paragraph from the NetChoice piece. A key piece of misinformation is that Section 230 is a get-out-of-jail-free card for tech. NetChoice encourages critics to read the text of the law. Section 230...
It's only 26 words.
It's easy. Does not protect websites if user-generated content on that site breaks federal criminal law. It never has. Repealing Section 230 would not solve those problems while not making it will not make Americans safer, and it will open the entire industry, including small players, like every forum that you visit, like our forums, subject to massive litigation efforts by profiteers. This is in bold in the NetChoice article. Sadly, the smallest tech innovators and startups will suffer the most as they are less able to afford the massive litigation costs. Great piece, op-ed by the two authors, as it happens, of Section 230 in the Wall Street Journal, Christopher Cox and Ron Wyden. Buy this legislation or we'll kill the internet. They're referring to the famous National Lampoon article, which you're too young to remember, Paris, from 1973. God, most people are too young to remember.
I was about to say, was the world in black and white then?
Yeah. It was on stone tablets, but anyway. Wyden and Cox write, when we introduced this legislation in 95, when both of us served in the House, two things convinced our colleagues to endorse it almost unanimously. The first was the internet was different from traditional publishing. The equation had been flipped. We weren't dealing with millions of people watching a television network's production or subscribers reading a newspaper. Publishing and broadcasting tools were suddenly free, or nearly so, offering a microphone to millions of Americans who would not have the power, clout, or fame to be featured in Time magazine. And without the new legislation, the law perversely penalized content moderation. This is really key. Under the old rules of publisher liability, only an anything goes approach would protect a website from legal responsibility for user-created content. We can't moderate. We won't moderate. So do whatever you want. When they prohibited bullying, swearing, harassment, and threats of violence, they were legally subject to lawsuit. It was clear then as now, Wyden writes, that if the law were to encourage such a hands-off approach, the internet would turn into a cesspool. And that's what they're proposing now, is to throw this out and set us back in time.
Either because one of two things. Either it's a cesspool because there's no control because you dare not try it to change it because the right wing is going to say you can't take anything down. Or it's a PDF of newspapers because that's the safe way to go and you don't allow any conversation, any discourse.
No democracy.
Right. Yeah. This feels like something you want. I don't.
Yes.
Why do people just want to sue everyone?
No, it really comes from on the right.
Panic.
It comes on the right from the right wing that says, "Oh, you banned Donald Trump. You shouldn't be allowed to do that," and we should be able to go after Twitter for doing that. And on the left, why is the left supporting this?
The left says you're not taking down all the hate speech from the right, and you're too big and capitalistic. See prior discussion about capitalism. You commies, you.
Stopping Section 230 doesn't actually.
It doesn't do what they think it does.
It kills these companies. That is true. It will actually kill these companies.
Yeah. Well, not only that,
it will mulch them.
It also protects companies like this one, right? If I say something, I won't. Actually, I won't. Ed, if you say something absolutely horrible right now, I don't know when that could ever happen, but maybe. Leo has both the right to tell you to shut up, but also is not fully responsible for what you say. This might be a little different.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's true. Maybe it's not true on a podcast, but it would certainly be true if you did that
comments.
in our chat or in our comments.
Yes.
Yeah, on a Discord or something like that.
Yeah.
There are people all the time on our forums and our chats. We have a lot of public things that do things I deeply regret. but I'm not responsible for these animated GIFs, and you can't sue me for it. And the thing that's really important to understand, although it was funny, I was watching a member of Congress from Texas say this is what's wrong with 230. What it does is it's a preemptive defense that if somebody sues me and says, somebody posted in your Discord something awful against me, they libeled me, and you're responsible because you run the Discord, I can literally say to the court, Your Honor, Section 230 indemnifies me, please dismiss, and he is obligated, or she is obligated to do so. And that was, by the way, what the Texas legislator said. See what's wrong with this? There's no way you could pursue this matter.
Yeah, you're right, Ed. They want to sue. That's their strategy.
They want to sue.
Whether you get an abortion or help someone get an abortion or take down
the right of public action. Yeah, private action. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah, what America needs is more lawsuits.
Yep.
That's what's going to make things better here. Allowing people to do more lawsuits.
Well,
because our courts are famously burdened with nothing.
Hey, it's Leo Laporte. Hope you enjoyed this little snippet from our show This Week in Google. For the full show, you can either go to our website, twit.tv/TWiG, or find TWiG in your favorite podcast client. And, of course, there's links right below, somewhere down there, for more information.